Hey traders, it's the Crypto Cowboy. It's about 12 o'clock here Chicago time on the 28th of October. And I think it's been a week since I've done a video for YouTube. I've done for our Telegram room and for the Trading View, I think last week, a couple of updates. And coming back here to follow up on what we've talked in the last video. And if you guys remembered that one, we were watching these levels at about 7,800 and considering the possibility of this level pretty much holding into a bounce to the top, but also keeping in mind there is a possibility of the market actually dipping down towards that 7,000 level, 6,800, where we can encounter pretty strong levels of support. So the market did that in a very sharp manner, and pretty much it didn't spend a lot of time along those lows, and it just kind of did this dip down here where a lot of market participants I think entered short because the market was definitely caught up on the wrong foot, and then we had a subsequent big rally to the top side of almost $3,000 from 7,300 to about 10,300 in a matter of a few hours. So, what happened there is, obviously we knew how to kind of protect ourselves by continuously monitoring those support levels into the 7,000 zone. And as I go back to the daily chart, you guys know that this move down here, we've been following this corrective pattern for a long time, allowing ourselves, every once in a while to get onto the bullish side, considering some of these legs being completed, but always keeping in mind that this might not be done, that the market is not corrected enough compared with the strong rise that it has in this big wave. So if you look down here, the market actually traveled 61.8% distance traveled in wave 2 compared with wave 1. I was kind of talking about this for a while, and when we were at 50%, 61%, and basically, within a day later, the market decided to rally aggressively. So again, it's important to keep this in your mind and in your trading as another tool beside your Elliott wave counting, kind of the time analysis. So where are we now? The market bounced, like I said, pretty aggressively, and it's giving us some clues here that this correction could be over. I went out on a limb on an update I've done last night for Trading View, saying that I think we're done here in this corrective wave 2. And on a second look, I do want to see this market continue to move up higher and give me a complete pattern up here into this wave 1. And it's just not happening quite yet, and I'm getting slightly worried, but I'm not going to dismiss it just yet, and I'll tell you why. Because I need to see another move up higher here, and I don't know exactly what this wave is yet. I think it's a wave 4, but if we're done in a wave 1 and we're pulling in a wave 2, then that's another possibility. But I would like to see another wave up to complete this one. I want to stick our head above this trend line. As you guys can see, this trend line hasn't been penetrated quite aggressively. I mean, I can play with the channel a little bit, but just to give this market the benefit of the doubt, I don't want to play with it. I want to say, okay, we have basically retested the top of this channel, and it's not a clear penetration, not a clear close yet above it, and not a clear strong impulse that can take us out of this sideways consolidation for the past 3 months. So if this is WXY and we're done in a wave 2, we haven't reached 50%. We've reached 38.2%. We slightly dipped somewhere in between the 50 and 38.2, but not actually for the 50. So let's go and look at the 6-hour chart and see how this looks in terms of a rise up. And the move down here started, kind of slow with just kind of a tease moving up here in a wave 1 possibly. You have this pullback in 2, and now you're moving up sharp into this very strong move up, right? If this is a third wave price action, then we need another fourth down here to complete this pattern and then move up to complete this wave 1. So I'm not sure if I have, I'm not sure if I have 5 waves inside this move yet, but if I do, and this wave 1 it's done, and I can take this and move it up here, let's say there is a 1, 2, 3, and then somewhere here we have a 4. If I go to a 3-hour chart, I have a 1, 2, 3, maybe up to here, a small 4, and another 5 up. That's the only way I can judge this wave 1 for, let's say that it's being done. But I'm not really happy with this count. So I would like to see this wave 4 as it extends a little bit more, not for much longer, kind of become either a triangle or some kind of maybe a zigzag or a flat, whatever it wants to end up being, for a move up into this wave 1. Take out these highs just by a tick, complete a wave 5, and then pull back in a wave 2. If I go to this count where I just play a little bit, I just call it green, but if I play a little bit with this count and I go and I see a 1, 2, then I have here another 1, 2, 3, triangle, 4, 5 for a third. Now I'm seeing a little bit better the possibility of having a triangle here, a wave A, a B, up into the 618. Let's see where this move comes down. If it comes into the 618 of wave A, we can bounce up here, do an A, B, C, D, E, somewhere, extend a little bit more, maybe to another couple of days up here, and then push up into the wave 5, and then retrace lower. If this wave 4 wants to pull down a little bit more, I'm definitely watching this 50%. See, we pulled as a wave 4, interestingly, to the 38%, which is perfect level required for the wave 4, ideal actually. But if we want to come back to the previous wave 4 of a lesser degree down here, that's at about 8,500. So if we go A, B, and then we're doing here a C leg down in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, coming down to 8,700, you can see the SPIB levels. We have 50% of wave 4 versus wave 3, and then I have 100% equality between a wave A and a wave C. So this area of support here would seem interesting. Also, it kind of coincides with this pullback here at about 8,600. So I'm excited and see what happens if the market gets down here. And I think this is a good opportunity to get some exposure. Definitely, you want to have some confirmation of a start of a move from this levels into a 5-way move, even on a smaller time frame to get long. But this would be an interesting area. Now, if this wave is done and we're actually coming back into a wave 2, then I have to take this and move it up here. And now we're doing basically, some kind of a wave A down here, possibly a B up, and then a C down, or, change the look and let's say the slope of this in such a way that we're getting a zigzag or something happening down here into this wave 2. And this can come back to as deep as, let's say 618. It's ideal, right? You can come back 50%. So 618 on this pullback would be at about 8,300. And you can see this major band down here of resistance, which was at about 8,500, between 85 and 8,300. So this zone down here, it's another one that's interesting to watch. So I guess, kind of going back to the previous count, anywhere between 8,500, if I look at this, right, 8,700 and 8,500 would be a good entry for the next move up to the top side. If we're actually pulling lower and this market continues to come to the downside and it doesn't give us any extent and it doesn't give us, a clear retracement, and I don't want it to spend too much time into this wave 2 compared with this wave 1, but if it starts dragging itself and coming down to this 7,900 zone, then I think we're in trouble. I think this could be just another X wave, and then we can come back down in another ABC, and I guess we can see that if I go, let me just go on the 2-day chart, and basically the way that would be, it's like you have a wave 1 up, WX, Y, X, and then another Z down, coming even lower, maybe into the 50% or 618% or 5,500 in Bitcoin. Okay, so always keep an open mind to the moves and look for confirmation of the market to act in the way it's supposed to act after a move like this. And if that doesn't happen, you need to switch your gears. Okay, I think if it's anything important in this Elliott wave or in any aspect of trading, is to be open-minded and don't just throw everything at it because you see this strong move up and we've hit the lows and now we're ready to embark in an next bull market. We do have a tendency of getting excited when these moves happen, but they also have to have continuations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go now to the candle chart and look and see how it looks. So beautiful impulsive candle here on the weekly charts, but definitely, you know, it looks really good. I want to see this week follow through. I don't want to see any stalling in here much, and that would be an ideal direction for the market to start penetrating this top of the trend line and start continues to move higher on the weekly candles. Let's say that we're correct in a wave 2 and we get a couple of small candles, couple of weeks or maybe a week down here, but not much. If this candle ends up being basically a bearish and starts engulfing this towards 8200, then you know we're definitely in trouble. If I go on a daily chart, the rejection out of these highs is pretty massive. We're still, like I said, contained into this parallel channel, but the market is clearly being rejected at this high. So it's going to have a little bit of a fight. And you can see where this happened. This happened into the previous zones here where we've had a bunch of resistance at about 10,400. You can see, you know, how many times the market played with this level. I mean, even down here, you know, here. So that's why we've had some kind of a resistance down here. So we need to penetrate up these levels and then to embark actually on a bigger bullish move. I think this 11,000 level is extremely important. Take this out and then take out the 12,300 zone. Right? I mean, it looks good. It looks good, but we need more. Okay, so this is an update for today. I'm on a 12-minute video. If you guys enjoy this, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel so you can get you know, all my videos coming to our Telegram room. You can see the links below, and then also follow me on TradingView. I post updates over there regularly as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great trading week. Thanks. Bye.